Right. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Gascally Stamus from GearWorks.com and the E2KG Network podcasting channel on YouTube. Here tonight with another episode of An Accounting of Third Measures. Weird series of events. We were originally supposed to get together for Friday Night Fights tonight, for that being the Next Level Streamers crew, and we weren't able to pull that event off for a number of reasons, so I fishtailed around a bit trying to figure out something to play. And it turns out that I had Assassin's Creed Odyssey in my backlog and just never got started with it. So we're going to go ahead and bring that up. I wanted to start here from the landing page because I've actually never booted it up, and I wanted to see it from the very beginning of the cutscenes and everything. So we are going to get started doing that right now. And I waited to throw the disc in because every once in a while the game will auto start when you insert the disc. Oh, are you kidding me? This might be embarrassing. Does this thing need to do a full install? It does. It's been so long since I played a physical game, so we might not be playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I might have done a bait and switch on you. Hey, Eagle6270, thanks so much for the follow. I do very much appreciate it. Are you kidding me? So yeah, we may not be playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. We may have to do a shift. And thanks for the host, 6270. I do, Eagle. I do appreciate that as well. This might just be going nowhere. I wonder what the minimum minimum percentage of installation completion is required. Let's see. Sometimes I guess it will say it from here. Should have known. Should have thought about it. It is not telling me anything about any minimum. So look, we're going to let that proceed, and I don't even know what to do at this point. I guess we'll figure out something else to play. I seem to have left my phone across the way here. Yeah, and I knew I just wasn't thinking. I knew I hadn't played it. Guess I thought I had installed it for some reason. That is not the case. And so we are going into my list of purchased games or recently purchased games and seeing what should be the next thing on the list. Yeah, and one problem is there's just, I do want to play Odyssey, so I don't know that I really want to get overly engaged in anything else, right? I don't want to start up something that is so there's no way that the full install of Assassin's Creed is only 7.53 gigs. So I think that's the minimum amount to start the game. So that's proceeding along. more than halfway. That could still be some number of minutes, so I think I'm going to bounce out and do some Forza races until that thing gets up to the minimum percentage. I mean, just a lot of these other games are just too sticky, and I'm looking for something that I might be in for all of like 5 or 10 minutes. So let's go ahead and go into Forza 4. So if you do swing by the live stream, again, it is absolutely my intent to get playing some Assassin's Creed Odyssey. This was not an effort at a bait and switch. It's just I've got some amount of installation that has to be done before I can get into that game, and I didn't want to just sit here idle that whole time, so we are bringing up Forza 4 just to do maybe a couple of events. So it's pretty cool that Eagle has given me a host. I wasn't even aware that you could do hosting on Mixer, or how to do it, so I will have to figure that out. One of my biggest problems in managing audio mix balance on Mixer is that the latency is so ridiculously close. Like, it's... Because normally what I'll try and do is I'll try and, like, deliberately talk when the in-game audio is at a high point, and then with the latency, usually I can stop, take my headphones off, turn the volume up on whatever I'm using to monitor the live stream, and catch whatever I said. But the latency on Mixer is so negligible that by the time I get my headphones off and turn the volume up on the tablet, like it's at the point in time in the present, and then I can't check the audio mix with the tablet volume up and the microphone on, because it just walks all over itself and I can't tell. I can't get an accurate test done.
Welcome back, Rusty.
So I want to quickly get racing, and I need to go to the restaurant. I'm not gonna purchase any cars right now, which usually I would. So this is the vehicle. Whoa. Yeah, that's the car I'm in right now. And it's already past midnight, and I'm just getting started with my live stream. Seems to be more and more typical these days. I don't believe that I've updated this Jaguar. Apparently I have not. Seems to be taking a long amount of time, probably because we're downloading, or maybe downloading the Assassin's Creed update right alongside it. Hopefully it will not take forever, though. What? Oh, wait. Oh, was I in the auto show? Yeah, I don't want to be in the auto show, sorry. Okay, so this looks like a vehicle that I own, but have not upgraded yet. So let's get some design and paint on it. This probably also means that I have not upgraded this car. So we're going to have to take it to the... Yep, upgrades and tuning. So right now this is a D-class car. Now all of my car classes, I try to keep them in the same class as they were originally purchased in. I just try to max them out in that class. That's my way of trying to ensure that I have a decent spread of vehicles across all of the classes for whenever I play multiplayer. Alright. I would also expect, while I plan to go check it myself, I would suspect that I would get a alert or a notification or something when there's all sorts of stuff here when Assassin's Creed had reached its minimum install point and was ready to play.
All about car culture in the UK. Bex is going to be in it, but they want a second driver as well. Considering how much of a name you are around here, I figured you'd make the perfect co-star. What do you think?
No idea what you're talking about. What is this here? Drag strip. So I don't think that I've played a drag strip event. I don't know if those are new in the game.
In 100 yards, turn sharp left.
Ooh. Nah, I'm not going to do the wheel spin right now. So 6.5 miles to my destination. I think what we're going to wind up doing is just getting there, running the one event, and then checking in on Assassin's Creed to see if it's finished its install. So if you haven't joined one of my shows before, my principal shtick is that for the last... so this is my 4th year of streaming, and for the first 3 years, what I did for a large chunk of that time was I spent time obtaining a lot of different capture cards and microphones and cameras and webcams, different types of camera mounts. And other pieces of streaming and studio gear, and have spent the last 3 years reviewing them. And either shooting videos or doing write-ups for them. write-ups on my blog, videos on my YouTube channel. Mainly in an effort to try and create space or awareness for streamers of different pieces of equipment that they can use to help increase the production value of their live streams. And so I've tested about maybe a dozen different capture cards, probably about 24 microphones,
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
a bunch of cameras, in the hopes that providing that knowledge and awareness could be of value to some streamer, maybe not all, but at least one, maybe, or two. And obviously a lot of that testing involved actually connecting all that stuff up and actually doing live streams, so that's kind of predominantly what my shows have been about. Recently I am getting less into, I mean, first of all, there's just less equipment coming out each week, each month. So there's less new stuff to review. I'm a little more discriminatory these days too, where you know, if something comes out and I'm like, well, I can clearly tell that that's not going to be, you know, worth anyone's time.
Turn right.
Often I will tend to, you know, ignore it and bypass it and spend that time actually playing
Turn
games.
right.
So yeah, there'll probably be a lot fewer reviews this season.
In 400 yards, turn left.
I think we're in the spring season here. About 2.3 miles. So at this point, I'm fairly well assured that Assassin's Creed is ready to play. So with at least a partial took the wrong way.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 200 yards, turn sharp left. Turn
Go.
sharp left.
So a lot of the time that we'll spend on the episode, we'll spend talking about the tech that's being used to render the live stream. Since that's kind of how things got started with me, I continue to do that as part of my opening shtick in my live streams before we really get into the meat of any given gameplay session. So let's go ahead and do that right now. So tonight I'm playing on the Xbox One. In particular, I'm playing on my Xbox One Scorpio. Although I am playing with an original Xbox One controller, the S controller. I think the original was the S, or maybe the second generation might be the S. At any rate, it's the OG controllers. In fact, these are the same controllers that either came with or I bought when I bought the one spare with my original Xbox One.
In 400 yards, turn left.
Man,
Turn
this
left.
right back there? Yep. Man, this race was way out in the sticks. Yeah, that was a bad way to turn. understand that. Okay, now I'm confused. I do not understand where it wants me to turn. Ouch. Oh, the drag. That's why I didn't understand, because the drag strip is right here.
You have arrived at your destination.
Now, for a capture card tonight, I am using the Mirrorbox HSV 321, which is a $99 capture card available on Amazon when they are in stock. They do frequently go out of stock, I think because they're in such high demand. They're in high demand because they're, at least in my use, they've been rock solid in terms of reliability. They do exactly what it is you need them to do, and they do it every time, without any exception. And they've just been it's been just completely fine. For a webcam tonight, I am using the Logitech Brio 4K webcam. Yeah, see, I can see myself having taken my headphones off before I could even pick my tablet up. So making it virtually impossible to check my audio mix balance. Okay, so at a minimum, I know that I do have good voiceover commentary coming out on the live stream. I don't even think that I'm going to be able to monitor the live stream that long. I'm monitoring using my 8th generation Amazon Fire HD tablet, and it is already down to 66%, just in this slight amount of time. So let's go ahead and check. Let's hope that that notification. Okay, so let's go ahead over and start playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So here we go. This is what we actually had intended for tonight. I still want to see what this is in the queue. I would be absolutely flabbergasted if... So it's saying it needs 43.7 gigs. I've already downloaded almost 50% of that. Okay. I am quite excited. So like I said, for a webcam, I'm using the Logitech Brio 4K webcam. Although I'm not using it in 4K mode, I've never been able to get that to work. Although, of late, I have seen it at least come up in OBS, but previously, like, as soon as that 4K picture snapped onto the scene in OBS, I would start having problems. And so, typically what I will do now, not typically, but what I do now, is I... go in to, well, I set the resolution manually and set that to be 1920 by 1080p, which it's still a great 1080p camera. I mean, it's a pretty good 4K camera. It's a really awesome 1080p camera, so I mean, that's a plus. Alright, looks like we're gonna get going here. Yes, we'll be doing English. Access continue, okay. Of late, yeah, my displays seem to be coming across the live stream really dark. So I'm going to brighten it up a tad. I don't know. I think I might have the season pass to this, but I think it's a redeem code since this is a physical copy. And I don't want to sit here and enter my code right away. So we'll go ahead with just starting right up with a brand new game. For a microphone tonight, I am using the Samson Go mic. And for headphones, I am using the Samson SR850s. So the Samson Go mic is a little small, foldable mic built specifically for travel. But even though it's supposed to just be a travel mic, it's always been a really excellent mic for me in general.
We already like you.
Tell me, Denakis, have you ever gone fishing with your son?
No, never. A soldier's life is all I can.
And so we start here with the opening scene with at least one of the members of the cast of Sparta. And so I need to have some opportunities to get a decent audio test done, and hopefully this is it.
Spartans! Every breath that you have taken has led you to this moment. Every drop of blood, sweat, and tear, all of it has led to where you stand right now. The Persians come to make slaves of us all. I have a better idea. I say we drench the gods
I
with
seem to be
their
having some
blood.
problems with some frame rate in the
What
live
say
stream.
you,
I'm not
Spartans?
quite sure exactly why.
For our sons! For our daughters! For Sparta!
What I don't actually know is if, well, so I'm being charged. Yeah, this is not good. What I don't know is if it's an actual problem with the live stream or if it's just a problem with the tablet itself actually keeping up. Yeah, so let me see. Are we back up now? Okay, so I guess I could also, maybe should also just, not even really let the live stream play, but there's no other way for me to monitor it, so I guess I'm going to have to. So I'm not sure exactly what went on. It may have been a matter of, maybe there was a big spike in download data or something. I'm not exactly sure. Oh! Hold LB and press A for the bull rush ability. really certain exactly how to pull off this bull rush. Hold LB and press A for the bull rush ability. It's not quite working the way. Oh, LB. Is that a thing that has to charge? I need to better understand exactly how the charging part of it is supposed to work. Wish I knew already how to perform a, really need to know how to perform an area attack. Man, I'm getting housed. I'm gonna move to another section of the battlefield here. Take out some smaller fry. Ooh. So this seems highly repetitive right now. I don't know why. Why do you want some? What do you have to prove, fool? So who are those guys out beyond the palisades? Man, I'm getting really low on health. Does my health replenish? It seems like, yeah, I guess this is the whole point, is you're just gonna fight until... I don't know, my health is recovering a little bit. Oh, and then they fire flame arrows at you to keep you in the fight. Man, he does not turn around quickly at all. It's very Dynasty Warriors like. Okay. Finally figured out I can actually control my camera. Oh man, they're still throwing fire arrows at you. I'm like, I'm back in the fight. Whoa! So LB. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so the next time I'm gonna hit LBB. Almost got housed because I was looking at that chat. Now, this watching a mixer on the web on my tablet, I don't understand why. So there were definitely alerts that I saw before that now I don't see in the chat window. Don't really understand that. I mean, it's a mixer is so fast it's impossible to go back and like check my audio mix. It's aggravating. So I can only hope that I'm talking loudly enough and that I have the voiceover commentary set loud enough. What?
Xerxes sends his sheep to slaughter. Come touch it. I will bring Xerxes your head, you insolent Spartan fool. Come and get it. Your bloodline ends today, Spartan. I'll get drunk on your blood as the crows feed on your eyes. You will thrive, and you will.
There we go.
Xerxes is the king of kings. All will bow before him after
I don't know what I just hit.
Come, fool, in the stock.
Is that slow-mo or something?
My son is more of a warrior than you. What
Quit talking smack.
Sons would rather die.
That can be arranged.
There we go.
Tough without your army to protect you.
Then why are you bleeding so much?
Why? There we go.
No match for a Spartan.
Chivo! So I can hear the achievement also popping over on the PC. Of course, it's been a while since I've looked at the history of this.
We are betrayed, my king. Xerxes knows of the path behind the mountain. They're coming.
Yeah, because it's been a long time since I looked at this when I actually watched the movie 300.
We are Spartans.
Because he just beat that guy, and I was like, wait a minute, but I'm pretty sure that they actually lost that battle.
That word will mean nothing. Xerxes wipes your
So like I said, hopefully I'm really concerned about the audio mix balance, and I can only hope that, this is,
Day was a day the Persians will never forget.
But yeah, I think my audio mix balance is, sufficiently...
Is a day the world will
Yeah.
remember.
Very difficult to actually get an effective audio mix balance test once, I think it's live. This is, I really wish all of these streaming services would have the same thing that Twitter and Facebook have, which is the ability to go live, but be behind a curtain so that you can't be seen,
Big, Layla. Did you really think it's the spear?
This is the one.
so that nobody can see you, and then that way you can actually do testing while you're live.
I've been so lucky in my life.
Otherwise, the way you have to do it is,
Okay, let's start her up. Are you sure we can trust this thing? I mean, the book could be...
Just started, Victoria.
You're the boss, boss. I'll prep it for you.
otherwise what you have to do is record a little bit of video locally and check it. But then for something like this, like a first boot where I want to be able to watch the cutscenes from like the very beginning. Now, in this case, all the cutscenes were after you actually hit the start button, but so many games, like you just put the disc in, and as soon as you load it, it immediately goes into a cutscene, and then if you're,
Let's take this one step at a time.
Understood. If you're looking for something a little more intense, I can always adjust the settings for you later. This bit will let me know how much information will be fed to you during your time in the Animus.
ooh, let's see. Nope, just give it to me straight. I don't have time for all that foolishness.
There's no way I'm going in there without some guidance.
Glad to help. You can always change your mind later. Listen, Layla, before you go off,
If this book is right, this spear, this story, it will change everything.
you're putting a lot of faith in a fairly unreliable source. Historian or not, this guy wrote about magical objects and the will of the gods.
He's not Homer. Herodotus was the first recorded historian, so there's a lot more truth in that text than you think. I mean, what better way is there of finding Isu artifacts than by trusting in the guy who claimed to meet an actual descendant?
I know, but
I need you to trust me. You could be right. This spear, this book, it could all be crap. But something tells me it isn't, and I'm certainly not gonna let Abstergo find out first.
you're right. We haven't got much to lose anyway. There's just one small problem.
What is it?
This manuscript is in rough condition, to say the least. The DNA found on the spear has identified 2 different individuals. You're gonna have to pick which strand of DNA.
So one of the things I've got to contend with is my chain of gameplay. It's now kind of broken because I have several games in the immediate backlog.
He will lead us down the right path, I'm sure.
All right, boss. We're finally good to go.
To the point where I don't...
ECE, here we come.
I'm not sure that I'm going to, like, select any one of them to hyper-focus
No
on.
pressure or anything, but we're all depending on you.
Abstergo isn't gonna win this time.
So I have a few titles like this one from the 2018 holiday season that I didn't get around to playing.
Have a chance to rise again.
You can do it.
Oh, and Victoria?
And already in 2019 I have
Secrets I won't be able to find on my own when I'm in there.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Resident Evil 2, Hitman 2, and Sunless Skies. And I don't know that there's any one of those that I feel like I need to complete more so than the other, or just at least spend a bunch of gameplay time in them. One of my other problems with playing so late is I get really tired, and like I haven't gotten a ton of gameplay time in this, but I'm kind of like I don't think I can really push too far past 1 o'clock. And one of my problems with this too is like, even already just in this flyover, I feel like I see villages that are very similar to villages from Assassin's Creed Origins, which is still a game that I need to spend a lot of time in.
Hey! Shitface! Get down here! Cyclops got a message for you.
Tell your boss he can stick it.
That's for last week!
Malaka! The Cyclops said you like to act tough, so act tough! Get a little closer and I will.
You should know by now. The Cyclops always collects his debts. You have a lesson.
If the Cyclops wants to teach me, tell him to come here himself. Never mess with the Cyclops!
Now, yeah, in the middle of this fight, like I feel like there are things that, yeah, so I don't have the LB anymore. This is aggravating. I don't understand what the point is of this lock-on if... do not feel like I'm equipped with the tools I need to deal with this. There we go. Nothing really helped there but the dodge.
Last week? This shit happens every week. I can't keep doing this.
Seems like a very casual approach in
Thanks for the warning.
dealing with murder.
What happened to you?
It's nothing, Phoebe. All taken care of now.
The Cyclops again, huh? Hasn't he learned his lesson yet?
Apparently not. Of course. Help yourself.
You hungry too, Icarus? Do you think Zeus will bless me with an ego like he blessed you, Alexios? Maybe you could ask him for me.
I'll try to put in a good word for you.
Finally.
So, what are you doing here?
Oh, I almost forgot. Marcos is looking for you.
What does that weasel want?
So there are several other bits and pieces that I left off of the stream setup tonight
His new house.
that
His vineyard.
Wait, what?
I eventually need to weave in, so I don't have my Elgato Stream Deck pulled over here.
I will make him rich.
And I also think I'm supposed to be using a green screen with this setup, and I haven't gotten around to that. So what... Oh,
Where can I find Marcus's new...
so what I have been doing...
Zeus on Mount Ainos?
What I did this week is I've been running into a lot of problems and inefficiencies and whatnot with
Well,
my streaming setup, and because, like I said, I got my start testing a lot of different hardware, one of my sticks was constantly changing my streaming configuration and swapping out the capture card or a mic or putting together different combinations of those devices. Okay, so these guys aren't killed. You just...
you made a mistake coming here.
Wow.
I'll have to go up top to get dressed.
Oh, what is that? Nope, I don't need to pick them up. I will have to go up top to get dressed, but isn't that a... Oh, there's nothing there.
Let's get this on.
Okay. Change. I don't think there's anything to change it to. Or are there? Doesn't look like I can equip that. And of course I hate crafting. Okay, so my bow is broken. I've always appreciated how in the Assassin's Creed games, at least the most recent ones, your appearance actually changes when you put equipment on. I think that is everything that was in that loot crate. Finally talked to Marcos. Marcos bought a new vineyard on Capolonia. He's in the southern part of Mount Ainos. I do want to know how to get to my map. Southern part of Mount Ainos. I don't see a Mount Ainos. Oh, there it is. Okay. So the southern part of Mount Ainos. So that's the location of the quest. Additional locations. And I am here. Alright. Do I have to do any manual saves, or are all saves... Okay, so you can do a quick save. Alright. Okay, and I've got a marker telling me which direction it is, right? Okay. LB looks like it returns the weapons to whatever equates to a holster. As I can tell, there does not appear to be a run key. Oh, okay. Alright, so this is the bird. I'm not quite certain why they felt... I mean, I felt like I could have gotten closer before I called the bird out. Now, what is it trying to tell me? So one of these things, again, where I don't understand when you said the target was straight ahead. Is that a different target? What is that set marker key? A? But I just don't think that's the actual mission you were going to. And I think this is one of those things where you can be given cause to be very distracted in this game. What was that? Okay, so I could be mistaken. I don't really tell you. So it looks like he is saying that this might be your target. Now, late at night when I'm really tired, this is not the time where I really want... no, she said that's a priestess, not... Ugh. I really just want to find... right? Tell me when you find this guy. Marcos, that's what I really want to know. Oh, easy. Yeah, I'm definitely starting to hit a point where I'm not going to be able to play much longer. I'm really just trying to go ahead and wrap up whatever I can that's meaningful in the next 10 minutes or so. What is that? Oh, boy. Now, again, this may not be our objectives. Really want the game to default to taking me towards the map. Now, will it just tell you once you have them scouted? Okay, no, that's not a finding. That's just the general area that I'm supposed to be searching in. So this is surfacing potential issues. I think the only thing that this thing that they're trying to force you to do is to learn how to control the hawk. So that's fine. He was in the south. But he's in the south of this region. Undiscovered location. So can I can set a marker by hitting A. Now can the bird follow the marker? That's the question. Come on, man. You know I need the default view. I really need him to follow that waypoint. Okay, so I guess my first question is he's not, he needs to turn around. I think this is close to where we would want him to operate, I think. Come on. Okay, so I'm gonna need you to ignore that and follow the marker. Oh, there's the marker. Okay. And I get that, you know, this is, you know, everything looks good in this little segment here, but I would think that the reality of, I don't know. Oh boy. Oh boy. No, he's not even going towards the marker. More so, he's coming back to me. That is not what I need you to do. Alright, now is he headed in the right direction? Looks like. So if he follows this course for 199 meters. Now, is there any... Oh, yeah. I completely forgot about that we do actually have a compass. Well, the good news is... What? Yep. What? What am I supposed to be doing here? What? Okay. Alright, so yeah, let's work up the warrior chain. Okay. I'd like it to be, yeah, so it's not... Okay. So yeah, I'll have to figure this out, because I get a feeling we're going to see a lot more of these trunks out in the world, so can't deal with not being able to open them. Alright. What? Okay, so here's the progression model. Right. Can I reinvest in the pig? It says no. Can I perform an unlock? So I don't understand this. I don't already have that ability. And is this the new ability, like storefront? Why are they not letting me unlock it? I'm just not see. Maybe I'm not supposed to see because there's not. No, yeah, no. I've got one. Items and shops. Okay, so I have been definitely looking in the wrong place. So let me just get the game figured out first before you guys have me pay for that. Season pass. Legacy of the First Blade. Yeah, so I'll come back and understand that. Add-ons. Okay, well I guess this right here is as good a place as any. I can always come back here and go right back into the store. Oh, I didn't realize that. So like it's something like a turret. Okay. Can't tell what it is yet. I don't know if it's anything other than a big rock. So yeah, I'm gonna hold that in reserve. Now I've completely lost. Because I'm tired, I've just lost all sense of situational awareness of where I was. Alright, folks, so that's going to do it for me. Thanks so much for joining in on the live stream. I'm sorry we couldn't get started with Assassin's Creed Odyssey right away. But, yeah, I'm going to have to spend some time here deciding if I'm going to go after that thing right away. So I think I set a marker. What I need to do, though, I need to get close enough to be visually certain what it is. No, what? Okay, so what I really want to see is I want to see but I would like to know about travel plans. Alright, everybody, like I said, that's going to do it for me. Thanks so much for joining in on the live stream, and I certainly appreciate it. I will obviously be back with more live streams this weekend. Not exactly certain exactly what I'm going to play. So, I've definitely got a lot of work to do to figure this thing out. Maybe not play when you're so tired. Who knows? We'll see. But thanks for joining in. I'll be back sometime over the weekend to live stream, probably before you know it. And we'll be picking something out and continuing on with that. But thanks so much for swinging through, and thanks so much, Eagle, for dropping the follow. That's going to do it for me for tonight. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Happy hunting. Stay safe out there. Play the games that you like and stream the games that you love. And I'm out.